Hey everyone, welcome to QUARANT-INK Day 18. Kia ora everyone, this is Hey Johanna. Thank you for joining me today for QUARANT-INK Day 18. It really does mean the world to me that you're here. Today my prompt is wise, so let's get into it. Day 18 was hard. I was having one of those days where I just felt disconnected from my hand. I was drawing like I was 3 years ago before I learned anything about anatomy, planes, and form. I had such a clear idea of what I wanted, but no matter how hard I tried, I just could not get it right. I spent so much time sketching and erasing, getting more and more frustrated each time. It was like a little stab to my confidence every single time I had to erase something, and by the time I was finally ready to start inking, I felt weak, self-conscious, and terrible about my ability. This was the worst I have felt in a while about my art, and while I did manage to bring it back in the end to a point where I was happy with it, I honestly spent about half the time drawing this in tears of anger and hurt. I laboured over this piece for hours, but a pretty large chunk of that was just me staring at it, trying to decide whether or not to rip it up and burn the pieces. I was immensely tired before I even sat down to start sketching, and that's probably why I was having such a hard time getting it right. I was so ready to give up and just not do day 18. I was already mentally writing my script for day 19's video, being like, yeah, so I did do day 18, but I'm not going to show you because it was crap. But, you know, I sort of realized it was important to complete the piece as best I could considering my mood. And if I really didn't like the final outcome, I could just not post it on social media. Like, what's going to happen? I doubt many people would even notice. And anyway, the whole reason I started this challenge in the first place was as a personal journey to better my art. So I pulled myself together as best I could and began with the outlines of the drawing, just feeling determined to finish it. That was all I needed to do, just finish the piece. No matter how bad it turned out, I just had to finish. Finally, when I began painting with the Indian ink, things just started falling into place. My determination to just finish kind of overrode my negative feelings about the piece, and I sort of just got on with it. Ever so slowly the piece started coming together, and as it did, my confidence began to rise again as well. Now, I realize I've actually hardly spoken about the subject of the piece at all, and I do apologize for that. It's just that this drawing represents so much more at this point than the reasonably weak story behind the three-eyed girl and her owl. It reminds me now that perseverance can pay off, but I also believe that even if it had come out as a total train wreck, then that's just life, you know? You can't be perfect all the time, and as an artist, you have to accept that some of your drawings are going to be duds. I don't consider this a dud. It's not my best piece, it's not my worst piece, but it is an important part of my journey to becoming a better artist. So here is my completed day 18 piece using the prompt wise. I am so happy that I pushed through and finished it, and I really hope you didn't mind hearing about my tantrum, for want of a better word. Thank you so much for watching and getting through this video. Kia ora everyone, have a wonderful evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!